All right, and we're live. Welcome back to the Soggy Pancakes podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Nathan.
And I'm the other host,
This
Wilson.
is episode 32.
Yeah, and we're back to North Carolina.
We're back in the studio.
What? We back in the Ville, yo. Waka waka what?
That's top quality recording studio.
Top quality.
We got like sound foam everywhere and
Oh my
these
gosh.
nice mics. There's comfortable couches everywhere.
We're literally in a recording studio right here. Definitely not Nathan's house, for sure.
No, of course not.
No, we would never do that.
I know. That's like, I was kind of thinking about that. You always see these like high end like podcasts where they're like nice couches and they're just
Yeah.
like chilling, talking.
Dude, you
I-
should see the room that we're in. The
It's-
audience. I mean, this is definitely no high quality.
No, it's not.
We have a solid couch, though.
We we used to have the little setup. If you go back in the YouTube, you can
Oh,
see way
yeah.
back in the day. That was not bad.
No, it was not at
It
all.
was tight for us to
Yeah, it
sit
was-
there.
But it was pretty sick, I
And-
thought.
And it's for me, when I'm thinking about it, I actually like sitting side by side more than staring at each other the whole
Really?
podcast.
I actually don't mind sitting.
Yeah, it's kind of different.
Yeah.
I just prefer maybe not eye contact the entire time. I just would talk.
Why, do you get nervous around me, bro?
Yeah, I really get.
Did I give you goosebumps?
I just met you the other day.
Dude, I gave you some butterflies, bro.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, I guess we should go ahead and get started.
Yeah, I guess we should just
Hey, sounds good to me, man.
jump right into it. So
Alright.
today we wanted to just catch up on your trip to Colorado.
Absolutely. And then we can
course.
also talk about Utah as well. But you talked about Utah, didn't you?
I did talk about
Dang
it,
it.
not with you,
No,
but
not with me.
but
Yeah.
let's see what you got with Colorado. I know there was there for a month, so you got to have
Oh, yeah.
something to mention about it.
I was there for a really long time. For those who don't know, I was in Buena Vista, Colorado. I was working at a camp for the organization called a Young Life. I was working at a family camp called Trail West, and I'm gonna shout some people out just for fun.
Okay.
Shout out Sydney, Taylor. Shout out Riley because she's the goat, and Alan. Shout out Alan, Ansley, Marin, and then there are also, of course, there are a bunch of other people, and we just had a great time. It
Wow.
was just fun. I'm gonna wait for them to listen to this one because I know they all listen to it,
You know they're
and I'm
gonna
gonna hear their
listen.
name.
They're gonna be like,
They're gonna
"Yo,
be like,
there we are."
You mentioned me on the podcast. But
We
yeah,
hit you up.
so yeah, we had a blast. So, for those who don't know, the family camp at Trail West, how it works is families come and they are just basically at a camp for a week. And I was there for 4 weeks working behind the scenes. I was dishwashing a lot, really so much. And so I just had a really fun time. So the families come, they do all these activities. But from my perspective, it's a little different. I don't really see a lot. I do a lot behind the scenes. Don't really see the families. I wash a lot of dishes and
Is it
stuff.
families or kids?
It's
Groups of
families.
kids.
So Young Life, they have two different type of camps. They have family camps and high school camps. High school camps, it's all high schoolers. They all show up. They're there for the week.
Okay.
Family camps, they're not. There are more high school camps for sure, but family camps, it's just families.
Okay.
There were some weeks where there were like grandparents would literally bring their children and their grandchildren, so it would be like big families like that. Other times it could be like typical like
It could just be like,
5 people
yeah.
families or 4 or whatever.
uh-huh.
And it was really cool. They would have the same events every week, and it was always so much fun. And of course, so working at the family camp, there are different jobs. I was in the pits, which meant I literally dishwashed every day.
Could you switch jobs throughout?
No, you couldn't. So you're assigned to your job, because if you switch throughout, then you just get out of the group of everything. We were getting into the groove. We were going really, like, we would go really quick. It was a blast. It was awesome. And so once, at first it started out really slow, getting used to everything, so we were in there a lot. But as we got into the groove of everything, we were moving a lot faster. I had a little more free time than we did before. So,
Yeah.
but there were other jobs other than the pits. There was, for the guys, there was ODC, which was outdoor crew. And then so those were the 2 guy jobs. And then there was Kids Club, Tawashis, and Servers. Kids Club is a mix of girls and boys. They're like hanging with the kids, whenever they babysit. the little young ones. And then there was Tawashi's where they do all the room. They like clean all the rooms, keep the camp up to date, blah blah blah. Make it look really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was servers who would reset the dining hall for so long, set up all the plates and dishes and all that fun stuff, and then they would go out and serve. When the families were eating, they'd be like, "Oh, you need refills on this, whatever."
Okay.
So that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of dishwashing on
Yeah,
your
dude. Let me tell you. Okay, let me describe a typical day for you. Okay. So the hours every day were at least 10 hours, and then like the worst day, which is on Tuesdays, those days it would be 16 hours of just straight up dishwashing.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
16 hours?
It was literally all day.
Ooh.
Like you would get up early and you would work all day because on Tuesdays all the meals were inside. So that means we had to wash all the plates, all the bowls, all the silverware, all the cooking stuff for all day long, because we had to do it over and over again, and we had regular breakfast. So, let's say like on Monday lunch was outside, so that meant it was a little easier, because outside means they just use plastic stuff. They throw away a lot of the plasticware, but they had like baskets for plates, so we had to wash those, but that was easy. You just throw it on. So lunch would take us about an hour when it's outside lunch. But how the day would start is I would wake up at 6:15, 6:10. We would go to the theater room, and then we would all spread out throughout the camp and do like a little devotional for 30 minutes. Then we had breakfast at 7. And then right after breakfast, we start off. So it's like not even 7:30, and we're already washing dishes. We have to wash all the staff before the guests come back, and the servers have to reset and everything, and then we have to do the guest dishes, and then that's up until about 9:30 to 10, and then we go into the Wrangler breakfast, which is something that the camp throws on, where it's just like a Western type breakfast. They throw French toast and stuff. It's really cool.
Okay. Yeah.
And so they just bring that in at around 9:30, 9:45, right as we're about to finish. And then we wash all that, and then we're done by about 11, 10:45, 11. So that's, not a bad morning. We get a little free time, especially with the lunch. Sometimes we'll help, if it's indoor, we'll help the servers, whatever. So we'll get like maybe an hour free time. Then we go down for lunch. And then since it's outdoor lunch, there was like an outdoor place for pits where we would take all the plates and stuff like that. And then, so that was really cool. It was nice to like have a day where we would be outside, have an outdoor lunch.
Cool.
And then after that, we'd go right back up, throw all the stuff out from outdoor lunch, throw all the stuff that they used to cook dinner. And we would be done. It would take like 1 hour or sometimes 2, depends on what dinner was. And then we would have like 2 or 3 hours of free time then, which was really nice. And then we would go back before dinner because we'd have to make sure all the dishes from making dinner were clean.
Because you have to, not only do you have to clean the people that ate the food, but the people that made the food.
Yeah, we have to clean all that. And so we have to do that before dinner, just so we can have a clear rack so it's easy to clear the dishes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not always fun, especially with all the nasty food and stuff. And then dinner is normally at like 6. Then we would go eat, come back, do staff and guest, and then we wouldn't get out till like 9 or 9:15.
Okay.
So
Then you just hang out for the rest of the night? Did you go?
Well, no. Unfortunately, we had like a bedtime at like 11.
Well,
we had to be back in cabins by 10:30, which was kind of annoying, and it was kind of a struggle because we wanted to like hang out with other people.
Yeah.
Especially when we don't see everyone throughout the day. That was like the only one complaint I would have, and like they were really strict on it too, which was stupid. But it's okay.
So it's like you have to be back by 10:30. So then from the 9 to like 10:30, what'd you do?
Well, we would have like a meeting with everyone. and
Oh,
it'd be
you-
like a little Bible study, which was nice, but it was like I kind of wanted to talk to people,
Yeah.
which was, you know, but everybody, I know people from Trail West who are listening to this right now are like, yeah, that it was really annoying. Summer
Good.
staff, which is like work crew but older, like they're college students, they didn't really have a bedtime, which was really nice. They were really lucky.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a pain for us.
But it's not. Honestly, it's probably for the better because if you're waking up at like 6:30.
That's
in the
what I
morning-
said. And I was like, you know, a lot of people were complaining about it. I was like, you can't really blame them. Because, like, if we're tired, then the guests are getting a not as good experience as they could.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but then the last week they did extend it to 11, and it was a lot better. It was nice. We got an extra 30 minutes, which was kind of helpful, but
Yeah.
You know.
it's really not that much.
it's okay. But I got a fun little story.
All right.
So on weekends, the guests, they would leave on Saturday mornings, and then the next group would arrive Sunday mid-afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So we had all that time. We would have to absolutely deep clean every inch of that place. The whole camp, just all the cabins, oh my, it was ridiculous. But it looked really nice at the end. So on Saturdays, we would be doing that all the way up until like 3 or 4. And then we would have free time for the rest of the night. So on the second weekend, the staff decided that, oh, you know, it'd be funny if we did a talent show for
Just the work crew people.
yeah, the workers. So the work crew,
Okay.
we would get a talent show, and so kids would be able to go up on stage and do a talent, whatever. Anybody could register. So we're at lunch on Saturday,
Uh huh.
and my friend, he says, dude, and at the time, I had a lot of hair. I had the longest hair I have ever had. I've never had that long of hair.
Well, it kind of almost looked like an afro.
It really did. It
Yeah.
looked. I honestly, it was starting to get a little long. I was gonna come back and get a haircut at some point,
Uh huh.
but I kind of liked having, you know, the long hair. I kind of liked it than my normal style of the, you know, the middle.
Yeah.
And so my friend, he goes, he kind of had short hair, and so he goes, dude, you know, it'd be really funny if we got up on stage and we shaved our heads. And I was like, dude.
So that's your talent.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, dude,
Okay.
I really like my hair. I spent a long time growing it. And then I said, if anybody has a coin, I will flip a coin, and if it lands on heads, I'll do it.
If it lands on tails, would he have done it? Or
No,
does he
we
still
both
do
did it.
Oh, you both did it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we would have if we landed on heads, and so we both would have to do it. So we get a coin. I'm so happy we found a coin. And I couldn't believe I was doing this. And I flipped the coin. Guess what it landed on?
Heads.
Heads.
Heads. Yeah.
So now
All right.
we have to come up with a plan on how we're gonna present this on stage.
Because you know, if you're having to shave your head, you might as well make it well worth it. And
Yeah,
put
no,
on
we
a
had
show.
to. Yeah, we had to commit to it. So what we were gonna do is, and actually, when we flipped the coin, our table flipped out. We weren't gonna like tell everyone, blah blah blah, but like most of the table didn't think I was gonna do it. Everybody thought I was gonna back out. I was
Really?
like, dude,
Yes.
these people
Wilson,
don't.
bro.
Yeah, people don't know who I am. Then.
He'll do it.
So then what we decided is that we were going to set up a chair on the stage. We were going to wrap the razor in a towel and set it behind the chair. And so nobody would know what we were doing. And so the other guy who was doing it, his name was Jace, super nice guy.
Uh huh.
His hair was super short. Not like crazy short, but like, you know, you shave it, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. So we had him, what we were going to do is we were going to have him sit in there first, and then I was going to go up there and just start shaving his head. We're not going to say anything. We're just going to keep straight faces the whole time. Whatever.
Just,
And the whole play, you know, we're up on stage. Eye of the Tiger's playing. You know, people
Yeah.
are going like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's doing that. So then what happens next is he stands up. We shake hands, and I sit down in the chair. the place goes wild. People thought it was hilarious, and all the girls were freaking out. All the guys were just laughing their butts off. I mean, it was just so funny.
That's a sight.
And then
I'm glad they really enjoyed that.
yeah, it was really funny. And
Well
it was,
worth it.
And he just he took the razor and just went right down the middle. And dude, oh my gosh, it was so bad. But it was really funny.
Right down the middle.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it was so funny.
It
Yeah.
would have been funny if, you gave each other like a pattern or something like.
That's what we were thinking
you
about
shaved,
that.
like a mohawk or something.
We were thinking about that, but we didn't have that much time to plan ahead. So we just
Yeah.
said we're just gonna go bald.
You should have done a mullet.
I know.
You-
I almost wanted to.
You could have though.
It would have
because
been pretty funny.
Your hair was so long. It would have already been a mullet. You just shaved the sides off.
It just wouldn't have been as amazing though.
Not
it
as
was
amazing?
It was just so funny standing up there and just losing all my hair. And then the next, we used the guard the first time. We used the 3 guard.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next night, I'm trying to get my friend to, clean it up. He missed some, whatever.
Yeah.
So he came into our cabin at night and we were going to do it. And he says, dude, what are the odds you go no guard? And I was like, bruh. And so I said, 1 of 5. 1 of 5.
Yes.
You know what happened?
You got the same number.
We both said 4.
No.
Yep. So then we went no guard. And so I was legitimately bald.
You were just shaved completely down.
Yep. I was
nice.
my Make-A-Wish. That's what I do. You know how many people said that?
Yeah.
I was either that or that I looked like Pitbull.
Well, yep.
So that was my great story of the week. It was a lot of fun. I also did a backflip, but it didn't really work. But I attempted a backflip. It was
Attempted a backflip.
It was pretty cool.
Okay.
I wish I landed it.
Was it just like in the heat of the moment you just decided to do a backflip?
Well, yeah. So the first thing we were it was like a dance party type thing.
Yeah.
And so a girl did it before me, and I was like, dude, I want to try it. I'm going to land it, bro. I'm going to get it. So I stood out, and as the beat dropped, tried to do it, landed on my neck. Didn't really work. It was pretty funny, though. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've tried to do it on the ground.
It's so hard.
It is like you can't get yourself to do it.
It feels so weird.
On the trampoline, I have no problem because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get hurt. I'm on
Right.
a trampoline. Like, I'm not really... Even if I mess up the flip, I can just catch myself with my hands.
Uh-huh.
But if you're on the ground, I feel like I'm going to break an arm or break your neck or something.
Right. And
I
you have,
just
to,
get so
you have to
scared.
get so much height. It's so hard.
Yeah.
But apparently my farm looked good. That's what I've been told.
What can you say? You're a professional already.
Yeah, I don't even know why the Olympics haven't called me yet.
So speaking of the Olympics, I saw this one clip of this Olympian during gymnastics. Don't get me wrong, I have no idea what any of the moves are called.
Right.
Basically, this is just where they're swinging on a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets up, she jumps on the bar, she swings, she's doing loops on the bar,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think the whole point is you do a loop, and then you flip, and then you grab the bar again, and then you keep swinging around.
Right.
So what happened was she grabbed the bar, she flipped, right? But she barely missed the bar and just landed flat on her stomach.
I've seen that before. It's so
But then
funny.
she gets up and does the same exact thing.
Oh my god.
I hated it for her, but it was funny.
Dude, that stuff is funny.
It was funny. And obviously she wasn't hurt. There's mats there, but
Right.
I thought it was, they have it twice.
Oh my god. It's so bad.
I saw TikToks on it and people are like, oh, look at this chick, bro. She did. It's like, and they're like, oh, she's down one time.
Dude.
No way, she's doing it. Oh,
she's down again.
All right, third time's a charm.
Bro, that crap is so funny. Like, that
yeah.
type of stuff where people just, like, mess up. Like, have you ever seen people walk into glass doors?
Yes,
Those are my favorite videos of all
I'm
time.
assuming you've seen it, but this a glass wall basically at a store, and this lady just walks into one part.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, that's not right, and she just moves over another part, walks into the same one. Dude, I gotta hold on.
That's actually hilarious, dude.
All right, intermission. Pause.
Intermission.
Here it is.
Have a good day. Oh my gosh, that's on me. Wow, I did a good job cleaning. Oh, thank you for
Wait.
with us.
Oh wait, no, it didn't show the whole clip. Let me see if I can see the whole clip.
Bro. No shot she does it again. Bro.
She did it 3 times.
Come on. At that point, you're just. That crap is so funny. Have you ever actually like seen it in public?
No, I
Oh
haven't.
my god, I saw one guy do it at our cookout. I have never laughed so hard. It was actually the funniest thing. Because here's what happened, okay? The guy, his friend opens the door for him,
Uh-huh.
and then he walks into the other door. Like it's a double door.
No.
What a clown, bro. Isn't that hilarious?
Yo, what are they, like birds or something? Can't see
Dude.
glass?
Oh my god. Have you ever walked into it?
I don't think so.
I walked into it one time. It's scary out there.
Watch out for those glass doors.
I know,
They'll
bro.
get
Hey,
you when you're not
hey,
looking.
Hey, okay,
Yeah.
okay. It's dangerous.
It's
Okay,
dangerous out there.
It was really. It's
Crazy
really funny
world.
though.
Oh yeah.
You know? But, dude, Colorado was literally the coolest place on the planet.
So were you just in the camp the whole time for the most part?
Yeah. So I went out a week early. I got lucky and got to go a week early.
So
with
how
my
long were you
mom.
gone total? 5
I was
weeks?
gone 5 weeks.
Oh,
I was
jeez.
working at the camp 4 weeks.
Okay.
I wish I could say working, volunteering. Excuse me.
Volunteer dishes.
Oh my gosh.
Did you
dude.
get you got a lot of volunteer hours though, huh?
I mean, for what? I don't need volunteer hours.
I mean, just put them on college applications.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Say, hey, I worked
Yeah,
here.
it's definitely gonna be my college
I worked
essay.
here like 500 hours or
Mhm.
something. You know.
But it was so cool. But yeah, so we landed when I flew out the first time. We landed in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Then we drove to Colorado Springs, and that was really cool. It was like a city-like, and the mountains were really beautiful. And we did a hot air balloon ride.
Oh shoot, dude! I want to do one of those.
I have never done one. It was actually so sick.
One of the coolest videos I've actually ever seen is I think they have a rope swing. Dude,
On a balloon?
Yes.
And he skydives off, right?
Yeah.
I've seen that.
That is literally one of the coolest videos I've seen. I don't know how they attach the rope to it, or maybe it's just at the bottom.
Yeah, it's probably at the bottom of the basket.
And what they do is they just drop in, and it's like a giant rope swing, and then he just lets
It's
go
so
and just
cool.
falls.
Oh
I
my
literally
God.
got shivers, just because I was like, oh, heights, but
Dude, I literally can't wait to skydive. I want to skydive so bad.
you're getting close.
Hot air balloon rides are so cool. And then we also rode some horses. Hashtag Taylor action.
Huh?
So that was really cool. And Colorado was just really, really, really pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, we went to the Royal Gorge. Have you ever heard of that?
I
It's this
haven't been there.
giant gorge, and it has this super long bridge on it.
Uh-huh.
It is so cool. It is. I mean, it's just there's nothing like that
Really?
where we live.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just not. It's
Yeah, our elevation, like going to Colorado and going to Utah the last few summers, and comparing those mountains
Yeah.
to what we consider mountains here, it's just a hill.
It's breathtaking, man. It's
Because
crazy.
around where we live, we have it's a fairly big mountain for where we live. Is Crowder's Mountain.
Yeah,
A lot of people like go and hike there.
that one's really cool.
We drove by that. Dude, it literally looks like a hill. I'm not
Yeah,
even
I
gonna lie.
know.
It's
I mean,
it's like crazy.
it's nothing compared to what you do in Colorado. I mean, it is
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, we're basically in the Piedmont area, and so there's
Yeah.
not many hills. It's pretty much flat, and
Yeah,
I mean,
and it's
yeah.
just it's really cool to see that type of place.
yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool. And then, I mean, it was just so cool. It was just this giant bridge. I think bridges are so cool. Like, that might sound nerdy, but, like, how do you build that, bro? Like,
Uh-huh.
what? It doesn't even make... You are literally building a bridge between two mountains. What the frick?
Yeah, there's something called trusses.
Bro, okay, you would know the answer. You would know the
Well,
answer to that.
I think that's right. I don't know. I think it's trusses. Yeah, we did some of that in this engineering class. They kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
They're really hard. So if you ever go into building bridges, be prepared to do some math.
Yeah.
Because if you build it wrong.
But it was... I think it's so cool, like, big bridges like that. It's so cool. It's a little freaky, but, you know.
Yeah, I went over this bridge over the Colorado River in Utah.
Freaky, man.
Colorado, Utah,
Whoa!
what?
And then you were illegally flying your drone, bro.
Not illegally.
Yo,
I mean,
this
I
guy
guess
is literally running from the
technically
law.
it was illegally, But, I didn't know at the time. I didn't have service, so I couldn't check the little app that I have that tells me if I'm allowed to fly.
So basically, if you're a policeman listening to this, you can just skip through this part
Yeah, no, yeah.
because we don't want to get Nathan arrested. I don't want to rat him out.
If you're a
on
policeman
accident.
listening, go back 20 seconds and then skip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just
then
so
you
you
won't
listen.
hear it.
You won't hear
You won't hear about Nathan
Go back in time.
illegally drive. Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Because that's how it works.
of course. They forget
'Cause-
everything.
Nathan's literally a criminal.
Dude, stop. Don't
God.
expose me.
I don't know if I can hang around you anymore.
Oh, we could be friends.
Yeah, but it was really cool. I got to play golf there too, which was nice. It was really beautiful. Cool.
I feel like golf courses would be a little different there. Can't imagine
Well-
there's too much flat ground.
No, it actually was solidly flat where I played. I don't think a lot of them are like that.
Huh.
The one that I played, it was, and the air is. You know how the air's thinner there.
Mhm.
The ball flies so much further.
Yeah.
My drives
bet it
were
does.
literally 25, 50 yards longer. It was so cool.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
was so funny.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't mean to flex. But
Yeah. My yards.
I mean, I
I
basically
drove
hold
it.
them on to everything. So.
Yeah. Of course.
Because I'm so good at golf. So.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was really cool. And then, let me tell you. Okay, so apparently the fires there are so bad. I did not I knew they were bad, but they're really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was one day when we were at the camp, and where the camp is, kind of like sorta in the side of a mountain. It's a higher up than Buena Vista, and so you can see all of Buena Vista down below, and it's in like this valley. But there were 2 days where there was some fire in a surrounding state, and all the smoke just came over and covered the valley in smoke. Like you couldn't see through it. It was so weird.
It's probably trippy. Was it different than fog?
Yeah,
Did
it
it
was
look-
smoke.
Yeah.
I always smelled like fire, which was really weird too. Like it constantly smelled like fire.
Huh.
It was really trippy.
Yeah. I mean, when I was in Utah, everywhere we went, they're like high fire warning,
Yeah.
and so like they were people that were camping at these parks. They weren't allowed to have campfires.
Yeah.
Which for me, that's half of camping.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
You make your food on the campfire, right? You
Right.
sit by the fire. You go collect wood, build a fire. Like that's kind of.
Right. That's
cycle
what you're
of
supposed to
camping.
do. That's
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do.
And if you can't do that, I feel like it kind of defeats half the purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're out in the wilderness and beautiful sights. I guess the sights probably would make up for it, but
Yeah.
like, it would be so much better just to sit at night by a campfire. But
Right.
you can't do it
Yeah.
because I mean, just one little coal, it literally just takes one ash to fly up and land on some
It's trippy.
dead
man.
weeds, and it's yeah.
I mean, it's
It's
game
fire.
over at that point.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy how dangerous it can be, especially over there. But it was just so interesting. And then the sunset that night, I remember, it was like so cool because all this like the
was-
second night
yeah.
when it was kind of clearing up, the smoke was kind of all in different random places. So the sun was just like this guy looked so weird.
I bet it did.
It looked
That
really
probably
cool.
looked cool, yeah.
Yeah, so that was really cool.
I heard you. Oh, actually, before I mention that, I know I actually saw the day when was it? The week we got back from Utah, I was on TikTok and I actually saw a video at Zion where I was like that past like the last few days.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was there, but we had just left, and it had poured at Zion. And because it's so dry, the water it doesn't really seep into the ground. It just like sits on the top because everything's so dry.
Right.
And so it's just like flash flood. That's how it works. And so it'll like, I saw videos of literally like just mud. Mud was just taking cars down the road.
Really?
Like no one in them. They were just parked and they were just scooting down the road.
That's freaky.
And like I saw videos of this guy and basically it was filling, the mud got so high. It was like filling up into the car. And so they opened the door and there was like mud in the car.
Ew.
That would be such a pain to clean up. And then I also saw a video after it was done, and just the streets were all covered in mud.
Oh, that'd be such a pain.
Yeah, it's just because I mean, it's all mud there basically.
Yeah.
It's all dirt. So if it rains, that top layer is just gonna get all
Right.
wet, and then all of it's just gonna run down, and it's
Yeah.
just crazy. There's a ton of water.
Yeah. We had some rain, but it wasn't like flash flood worthy.
Yeah,
It was like it would get wet, whatever.
Yeah.
And it would rain. It would rain pretty hard, but it wouldn't be like, oh my god, we need to like leave the camp.
oh yeah.
Yeah. But it was like, yeah, we didn't have anything crazy like that.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean,
We're lucky we missed it. That would have
Yeah.
been really bad.
we had good weather for the most part.
That's good.
There were days where it actually got like really hot.
There were days?
hmm
Yeah.
But it was nice. Like at night, we would we would want to wear sweatshirts and stuff.
Yes.
like that. That was really cool.
That's really good.
But you know what also was cool? We saw bears.
Really? You saw
Yeah, it was
bears,
so
yeah.
like there were bears that came onto camp. It was so cool.
Yeah,
and,
when
like-
we go camping, we see some bears sometimes up in New York.
It's freaky.
You
It's
just see
so
them.
cool.
Like we saw I remember one time there's just some bears just eating apples off this tree.
That's so crazy.
And they were just right on the side of the road just eating apples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a bear that was actually going between camps because there's a high school camp that's 15 miles I think away, might even be closer than that, and so it would literally go in between camps and just pick out the trash. Like one night it would come to our
It would
camp.
probably come get
They-
trash. See
yeah.
any raccoons? Are raccoons up there?
No, not really.
No?
There were a lot of bunnies. A lot of
Bunnies,
bunnies, yeah. But there was one morning where we woke up early to go see the sunrise, and right before we left, we looked out our window and we saw a bear. It was so cool.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And the one thing I was surprised last week when we were in New Jersey, I didn't realize there's a ton of bunnies on the beach.
Yeah, what was up with that?
Yeah, there was along the boardwalk. There's just so many bunnies.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like everywhere in the sand. Where are they getting food? They
Yeah, I
eat
don't
the
know.
crabs and stuff. Like what?
I wonder where do they get food?
I guess.
I don't
Well,
really-
no. They eat grass, don't they? That's,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's probably easier.
Man,
to
we're
come
really
by.
smart guys. aren't
They
we?
hate the crabs.
Yeah, yeah. They eat sand, actually. Yeah.
Uh huh. So,
Oh my god.
anyways, but I also heard you got mentioned, or someone found you, recognized you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
in
Yeah,
camp.
you're right. There
Somebody
was.
recognized you.
Yeah, there was out in Colorado a girl who I worked with. She was actually one of my, my lover in the nighttime. Not for real, as a joke. It was a joke. Everybody relax. There was a rumor. Somebody started a rumor
Uh-huh.
that me and this girl literally just went up to Eagle's Nest and made out, which was literally the stupidest thing ever. Because one, she was in college, and it literally made no sense. It was so stupid. But it was really funny because everybody knew about it for no reason.
Uh-huh.
It started because one of the guys, somebody said that two people went and made out at Eagle's Nest, and they thought it was this one guy, and he was like, no, it's not me. It was this guy, and it was
It was just randomly.
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
so. But yeah, no, she's super nice. She's actually, I think.
But she listens to the podcast. That was the
yeah,
point, right?
yeah. But
she recognized us from the
and that was
podcast.
really weird. I
But
was
she
like,
saw your backpack.
yeah, she saw my backpack. I was wearing my
Yeah.
backpack. She was like, "Oh, you listen to Soggy Pancakes podcast?" I was like, no, I actually, that's my podcast." And she was like, "Yo, no way, me and my friend listen to that all the time."
Which is crazy because like she just thought it was just some other random person that listens to the podcast.
It's so weird to think
Uh-huh.
that people don't really know what we
Around
look
the
like.
world. Yeah, I mean, they probably know what I look like more because if they go to
Because you're so
TikTok.
handsome. Oh,
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
That's what I was
TikTok,
gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah.
The TikTok.
yeah.
And if you go to the Instagram or the YouTube, you can like scroll back and you may see us. But
right.
primarily, it is just, it's just audio.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so. But
Mhm.
I was pretty proud when I heard that. I was
Yeah,
like, let's
I was-
go.
dude, I was
We're doing
so
something
hyped.
right if we're getting recognized.
I couldn't believe it, and she's from Texas.
Uh-huh.
What in the world? And how in the world do you think they? I guess your TikTok. That's what it is, man.
Maybe. Or they just saw it. I don't
Stumbled
know.
upon it.
I don't know how.
I love that.
I don't know. Let me see if I can look at like people in Texas maybe.
Can you look at where people are listening?
Yeah, actually there's
So
I see some in Texas. I don't know how do I get the numbers though?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not
I
sure.
see I see a dot in Texas, so
Ayo.
it's,
Where do you see dots from?
I see Georgia, Florida, a lot from North Carolina,
Ayo.
South Carolina, Virginia. I mean, they're pretty much everywhere. We got New Jersey,
What about Saudi Arabia?
Saudi. I mean, yeah.
Are you for real?
Well, we have 2% of the listeners are from Saudi Arabia.
Dude, that is
So-
that's so funny. I
Yeah.
love that.
It's fun. Oh, we got some over here. Let's see. Wait. Guess what? We got some in Ohio.
Gang.
We got New Mexico,
Wow.
Arizona. Got some California.
Ayo.
Some from Oregon. All over the place.
That is so funny. I love that.
I
That is
know,
hilarious.
and then plenty more, but
Dude, one day, just wait. We're going to get 1 million listeners one day.
1 million listeners.
And we're going to go famous. I'm calling it.
Yes, I hope so. I
Yeah.
hope so. All right. Well, you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I gotta say this one joke that I
Okay.
thought was so funny. You may have already heard it before. I may have already said it, but this is from the funniest person that I know. Okay. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
You
Go
sure?
for it. Yeah.
Okay,
Wait. Do you want to bring it back to the old days where we stare each other in the eyes and try not to laugh?
bro. Bring it. All right,
Stare
ready?
intently into your eyes.
Ready?
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What do you call a cow with 3 legs?
I don't
Lean
know.
beef.
Okay.
Okay. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef.
Ground beef.
Ground
Yeah.
beef. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? Your mother. Oh!
Oh, Yeah, I've heard that one actually a few times.
Dude, that's my favorite joke.
Yeah. I've
Thank
heard
you,
that.
Taylor. That was very funny.
I've heard that. Yes.
Yeah. And I have to mention one more thing.
All right. Here's what's gonna happen.
All right, here's what's gonna happen. No. Okay. Marin, you definitely have salmonella. Also, Ainsley, the video of you throwing tea in the Boston Tea Party River is the funniest video ever. Okay, now you can turn it off.
Okay. Thanks for joining us this episode. See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.